We are live on Instagram.
And almost on Facebook.
And we're almost there on Facebook. Hey, hello everyone.
Hey guys,
Trent, Keith, and Ethan McNeil with Keith's Realty.
yes, here to answer your questions about real estate. You're shaking the table.
I know, I'm hitting this thing.
About real estate and real estate. So if you are live with us, go ahead and comment and we will answer your questions.
That's right. We have all kinds of fun stuff in store today. We have news stories, questions, highlighted listings.
Yep.
Although we actually would know. But anyway, and quotes for the day. So we are running a little bit behind today. It happens every once in a while. But we are here now. What's the news stories you want to start with today?
Okay, well, the first one was doesn't look like there's a good chance there might not be any baseball games this year, 2020. One of the commissioners for the MLB just came out and said that he's not hopeful anymore that they will work out an agreement between the players' unions and the teams. So he's afraid. He said that the communication has been broken down. So I think that's because they haven't hired us yet.
There you go.
But once they hire me and Trent to come in and kind of negotiate the situation, we'll have baseball again. So.
We are master communicators.
Yeah.
We can help them communicate very well.
Very well.
That's right.
So anyways, that's kind of sad if there is no baseball.
That is sad.
Not that I really watch it, but
it'll still be sad.
It's something to check the scores on,
It's kind of like the NBA players are saying they may not play, some of them, if they start in the playoffs or whatever. That would be sad too. If they're ready to bring these athletes back and then they start not playing because of communication. And they may all need us. You never know. See, we can be good for things other than real estate. We just don't know yet. We'll find out.
Because we haven't tried. So.
That's right. Okay, and Madden 21. You just want to talk about that today too.
Yeah. Do you want to say that?
No, you can. Go ahead.
I just saw that Madden 21 is coming out in August for the PS5 and I think also for Xbox. But I just couldn't believe that they're still making Madden football games. And I Googled it, and the first one came out in 1989. Didn't know if anybody played that original version or if anybody remembers playing Madden football.
I would say I did.
Yeah. It's kind of amazing. I bet Madden has made quite a bit of money off of that little endeavor.
That's no kidding.
Anyway.
So they're letting players in the NFL start going back to their facilities to practice, I believe, this week. I think that's what I was hearing.
Cool.
If not this week, all around the nation, some of them are, I think. So we may get football this year for sure. And we may get. What are you trying to do? Cut me out of the picture?
No, your head is shining.
That always happens. It doesn't matter what angle you have. We may have baseball, may have basketball, may have football, and then again we may not have anything else.
So don't get your hopes too high for sports this year.
That's right. There you go. Okay, for our questions today, you want to start with the first question?
Sure.
Me too.
Yep.
Instagram is pausing, but we'll go ahead.
We're back on Instagram.
All right,
here's the first question. What are some tips for paying off my mortgage quicker? Let's see. I'll just name off a few. Maybe Trent can chime in with some ideas. I know one thing, obviously, to pay off your mortgage quicker is to put some extra on your payments that you're paying. If you can afford, even if it's $20 more on your mortgage payment, that $20 usually gets applied directly to your principal. So it's bringing down the balance that you owe. It's not going towards interest because that's part of your monthly payment already. So any amount of money that you can put on your monthly house payments, go ahead and put that on there, and that will help bring down the balance quicker. And the other thing is that some people like to do is pay their house payment 2 times a month instead of once a month. So they break, or well, shoot, I should rephrase that because that defeats the purpose. No, they pay it every 2 weeks. So that equals out to be that you get a few extra payments in a year if you pay your mortgage payment every 2 weeks as opposed to once a month. So yeah, you break that
But
down
they
in
divide
half.
those up. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You'll say if you pay the full mortgage payment
Yeah,
twice a
let me
month, you
rephrase
will
that.
get ahead.
Let me start over. Say you have $500. So instead of paying $500 a month, you pay $250 every 2 weeks. So on those extra weeks, because there's 52 weeks in a year, on those extra weeks that you fit in between the months, those you're actually paying, I don't know, what is it, 2 or 3 payments more, or maybe just 2 payments on your mortgage each year, 2 extra payments. There you go.
Yes, that's true. And
Clear as mud.
paying it even if you just pay it twice a month, divide it in half, pay it twice a month, it actually helps because your interest accrues daily. So if you pay one of them 2 weeks or half of it 2 weeks early, it helps with interest, even if you're paying the exact same amount. So definitely, that's something you want to do. I would recommend that. Again, talk to your loan officer, but as long as there's no penalties in the type of loan you have, always divide it into multiple payments, 2 a month, or like Ethan was saying, every 2 weeks is even better because then you add extra payments. But that definitely helps for sure.
Cool.
Yeah. Anything else with that you was thinking of?
Nope.
Yeah, that's the 2 biggest ones is add a little bit. A lot of times people think, well, what's $20 or $50 added to your payment? It adds a tremendous amount over your 30-year loan. And if you just break your payment down into paying it twice a month instead of once, it actually cuts years off of your loan by just doing that alone. So talk to your mortgage person and find out what's okay for the type of loan you have, but definitely try to do a few little extra things that will make a big difference in the long run.
Yep.
So, okay, the next question. Can the HOA restrictions hurt the sale of my property? Definitely. That is something we run into quite often, especially if you're not in town, but you're outside in a rural area and you're in a housing development and they have specific HOA things that people don't like. I mean, they may have, maybe you've got acreage and in there it says you cannot have four-wheelers or you can't run golf carts up and down the road or whatever be the case. That definitely hurts. So always check out the HOA restrictions. You may be a big gun person and they may say you can't shoot on your acreage. I mean, who knows what it is, but that's something you always want to check out because it will affect the sale of your property.
Yes, for sure. Let's see. Are house prices still going up? That's a good question, and it really depends on where you live. All of the housing markets are a little different, and especially with this virus stuff, each place is affected differently. For instance, our small community might be affected differently than Bloomington or Indy. So it does depend on where you live. Oh, there's Instagram's going out again. For us locally, I would say that it's not going down right now, I wouldn't say, but it's maybe not going up as quick as it was. So kind of maybe more flatlined, but we'll see. It's still early on in the year, and just depends on how the overall economy in the U.S. does, and also locally. Small communities can be affected differently than what's going on nationally. So, you got any thoughts on that? It's kind of a hard one.
I think prices will continue to go up a little bit because we're getting more and more people coming from Bloomington, Indianapolis, that kind of thing. But like Ethan said, they're not going up at the rate they were before or the pace they were because of this whole virus thing's kind of slowed down a little bit. But Owen County is a very reasonable place to buy, so they're not going to go down right now. If anything, they're going to continue to climb gradually, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite place to eat in Spencer? Wow, that's a tough one. Any place they have food.
Yeah.
I like a lot of places in Spencer. You know, I can't really pick one over another. What's nice is when I was a kid, there was very few places to choose in Spencer. And it wasn't just buggies we drove either, Ethan. But it was very few and far between. Now we've got a lot of nice places in Spencer to choose from. And we have places within close driving distance that we didn't used to have. Also, used to you go to a pizza place in Spencer or you go to Bloomington.
Yeah.
It's kind of what you had. Now, Chambers has always been there,
Yes.
but now there's a lot more options. So I would say one thing we noticed a lot in the Bloomington MLS is how nice Spencer is growing and the options Spencer has now. They're using that as trying to draw people from Bloomington to Spencer, saying, you know, we're really expanding and adding a lot of options we didn't used to have. So I'm not going to pick a favorite place because it's not how I am, but there is a lot of nice options now around Spencer.
Yep. Last question. Can you guys check on a commercial property for sale, or do you only do residential? And that's a good question. We can check on commercial listings, especially here in the Owen County and Bloomington areas. But we are more geared towards residential as of right now. So we can still get you information on the commercial properties, can still show you those properties, but our specialty is more geared towards residential.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you deal with Owen County, like Ethan said, we can definitely help you with that. But it's not the same as like if you go to Bloomington and deal with commercial properties. There's a lot more in-depth information that we just do not have because we don't deal with that enough. So here in Spencer, we can help you, but that's not our main focus. So it depends on what exactly you want. We can help you with a lot of things, but may not be our specialty.
That's right. So just come talk to us. We'll discuss what you're needing and go from there.
There you go. That's right.
So,
okay. Are we going to do highlighted listings today, or are we just going to talk about our contest?
I thought we could just talk about our contest.
All right. You want to talk about it? Tell them what we got going
on. So right now we have a contest going on until July 7th, I think. Does that sound right? Sounds right. Go to Facebook.
July 7th, yes.
Go to Facebook, and there is a post. It's pinned to the top of our page. You want to show off your mug?
My mug, that's right.
Go to that Facebook post. It's got all the details you need to know. Comment on it for one entry, and then come out to our lot and find the brochures that are over by our concrete plaques and follow the instructions on that brochure, and you can get 10 extra entries. And we've had people, mostly on the weekends it seems like, but we've had people entering even this last weekend. So if you really want the swing that we're giving away plus the gift cards that we're giving away, then you need to probably come out to our lot and follow those instructions on the brochure if you want the best chance.
But you can't have all the prizes. You can't get the swing and the gift card.
Unless you like get multiple family members to do it, and then you tell them that you want their prize.
That sounds almost like cheating.
Yeah. No.
All right, definitely enter for that. That's going to be a nice giveaway. Who doesn't want to swing this time of year? You know, I mean, that'll be a nice thing to have.
Yes.
Can we enter? No, we can't.
It's okay.
Okay, I guess we'll have to play another drawing. All right. Well, you got anything else you want to share before we get to our quotes of the day?
No, I think that's it. I think we're ready for our ending quote. You want to do yours first?
Sure, I'll do mine first. My quote is from Bruce Lee. It's not what happens that counts, it's how you react. That's a pretty good quote.
That is good. Did you have one like that last week?
No, mine last week was completely different.
I can't remember what it was. It seems similar.
Me either, but I'm sure it was different.
All right, this one is by Adrian Rogers, and it says, "The doors of opportunity swing on the hinges of opposition."
Wow, there you go.
So think about that.
I have to, because that's almost like too deep.
Yeah. So, well, thank you guys for joining us. We'll be here again next week. Drop us some comments if you want your questions answered next week, or direct message us.
Yep. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and have a good week.